And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning into the Tom Leykis Show. This is where America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of a radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No. I am your host. Write down our telephone number. You're going to need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Flash Friday on the Tom Leykis Show. Headlights on across North America. Ladies, if you see the headlights on, demonstrate your loyalty to the Tom Leykis Show by showing that guy your cans. Let's see your knockers, girls. Let's see them. Knockers, one of my favorite retro expressions. I just love it. Baby. So we'll see how many knockers we can see. If you see a nice pair of cans, call me. Let me know. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. And, of course, if you've got a nice pair of cans and you'd like to show them off, maybe you haven't seen any headlights where you happen to be, call me and let me know where you are. 1-800-5800-866. Wide open telephones on the Tom Leykis Show. Anything goes here, anything at all at 1-800-5800-TOM. Our international number, in case you're listening on the Internet and you can't get through. Call this number from anywhere on the planet. The country code is 1 for the United States, 1. The area code 323. And the number is 520-6211. It's 1-323-520-6211. Let's go to your calls here, 1-800-5800-TOM. Let's say hello here to Richard on the Tom Leykis Show.
What's up, Big Tom?
Not much, Richard. How are you?
Oh, man, I just started tuning in a couple weeks ago, man. I was thinking that, you know, you had a lot of good stuff to say to the young kids that don't want to impregnate these goddamn women that just want to go on welfare and all that kind of crap. You know, I admire you for that. That's great, man.
Thank you.
No, and then now all of a sudden I found out that you're a wine connoisseur, and I thought you were just some kind of crazy guy on the on the radio.
Oh, I'm crazy.
Yeah, I know you're crazy.
And I'm a complete a-hole, too.
What I wanted to say,
but I like fine wine.
I grew up in San Francisco, and I wanted to say, why isn't Rick Barry considered the greatest basketball player that ever lived?
Because Wilt Chamberlain was born.
Yeah, but the guy was the only guy to win an ABA and NBA MVP.
But the ABA was a joke. Come on.
There were some good ball clubs in that era.
And some very bad ones. The Kentucky Colonels.
Yeah, they
were. The Anaheim Amigos.
Yeah.
The New Jersey Americans.
But if you look at his stats in the NBA, the guy was right there in steals, assists, rebounds, averaged about 7.5, plus scored 30, 31, 32 a game.
I also believe that Rick Barry played in an era of less competition, because frankly, as good as Wilt Chamberlain was, Wilt Chamberlain could not shoot free throws to save his life. And, I mean, come on, how can you not go with the pick of Michael Jordan? I mean, just about everybody believes he's the best player of all time.
Okay, do you believe that the three-point rule ruined all defense in the NBA?
I don't believe that, because I saw the Detroit Pistons have several years where they nobody could score more than 70 points against them.
They're averaging 30% from the three-point line. All the kids they go on the schoolyard. They want to shoot a 30-footer.
They want to shoot them, but put it this way: if there's no defense, why are scores so much lower than they were 30 years ago?
I think overall, we've got too many teams in the NBA. I mean, as far as the colleges can't produce that many players.
Where is all this
quality?
Where this bad defense is also then bad offense, I guess, because I think the average team is scoring less points today than they were in the 60s or 70s.
That's true. Also, okay.
So if defense is worse, why are teams scoring less points?
Because they can't shoot worth a damn. They're just they're out of control. I mean, I don't know. It just looks to me when I watch the NBA, the National Black Association.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
A hard time.
Come on, don't do that. Don't do that.
Realizing that.
Come on.
Really
the best players are the ones who are playing. The best players are the ones who are playing.
Yeah, I don't agree with that one. But now let's
you
go
don't?
to Barry Bonds.
Who are the great? What great basketball players are not currently playing in the NBA? Can you name some?
There's a lot of guys that have gone to Europe because they just basically did not get.
And they're all white.
Some, the overall. I mean, the NBA.
So there's all these unbelievably talented white basketball players, and there's a conspiracy by the NBA not to sign any of them.
I think it's pretty much sewed up right now.
Well, who are these players? Is there another Rick Barry out there that we don't know about?
Yeah, there's a lot of great college players that don't even get a chance anymore.
Who are they?
Don't even get a chance.
Can you name one?
I can name Nick Leykis that came out of Nevada, which I live in Reno. The kid is unbelievable scorer. He's right there with the kid from the Mavericks. He's exactly a clone of him.
Dirk Nowitzki?
Yeah.
Another player who can't play defense, by the way.
And he's a little shaky on the defense.
Defense. Dirk Nowitzki is the reason. As good as he is offensively, he's the reason the Mavericks came so close and choked.
Well, I've never been a Maverick fan. I'm a Warrior fan, but,
But come on, you want to talk about people who play bad defense? Dirk Nowitzki, right up there.
Oh, definitely. I will agree with that. He's horrible defense. Now, Barry Bonds.
So you're telling me that there's a player just like Dirk Nowitzki who's not getting a chance?
Why isn't Barry Bonds playing for a ball club this year?
Because there's discrimination against white people?
No, I'm switching this. I'm going into the Giant thing. Why isn't he getting a shot? There was no testing for steroids.
Barry Bonds didn't get a shot because the guy's a cancer, okay? The guy already set the record. There's no reason for him to be playing. And without steroids, I have my doubts as to whether that guy can continue to produce. And he didn't produce all that much last year, frankly.
Last year, he stroked 26 out of the park. He was looking good. Every 7 at-bats, he was hitting a home run.
Well, Barry Bonds wants $14 or more million to play. Nobody wants to pay $14 million. Tell you what, if Barry Bonds said he'd take $1 million or $750, whatever the major league minimum is, I'm sure somebody might give him a go. The guy's 43 years old.
Yeah, but he can still stroke.
Again.
He can't play the outfield.
So what do you think? There's some conspiracy? Do you think all 30 major league owners got together and said, okay, Barry Bonds, guys, we're not signing him?
Oh, sure. Definitely. They don't want to take the chance.
Take a chance on what?
Okay, well, hey, Tom, thanks for your time.
Oh, Jesus. Anytime you respond to anything the guy says, he moves to another subject. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Darby on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Darby.
Hey, Tom, I was thinking about buying my first home. I've only rented so far, and but I move about every 4 or 5 years, and I was wondering would it still be a good investment?
Wait a minute. How old are you?
22.
So you've moved every 4 or 5 years. So that means you moved when you were 17 and 12 and 8. So you keep renting new apartments. When you were 8, you moved to another apartment. And then when you were 12 or 13, you signed another lease, and then you were 17, you haven't moved every 4 or 5 years. You're 22 years old.
You're right, Tom. Well, in the future, I'll move because I'm in the military.
Oh, in the future, you're going to move every 4 or 5 years. Well, the average American moves every 5 years, you know.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I do not recommend buying a house unless you're planning on owning it for the long term. I just don't recommend it.
So just keep saving as much as I can, and then...
Of course. By the way, if you were going to buy a house, what percentage would you put down? 5%?
Well, I've got $7,000 saved up, and I didn't plan on buying...
$7,000?
Well, I'm not planning to buy anytime soon, but, like, in the next few years when it gets up...
You couldn't buy a car with $7,000 down. Well, a house?
I was thinking when I get up to $15,000 to $20,000...
$15,000 to $20,000, son. How much do houses cost in your area?
Around here, they're anywhere from $70,000 to $100,000.
You can get a house for $70,000?
The average home.
Really? All right. So, in my opinion, you need $14,000. You need 20% down.
Okay. But investing in it now and then...
This is not an investment. And listen carefully, son. You have no background in the real estate business.
Right.
And you do not want to become like these people you see on the news all the time who got in over their heads in a business they don't understand. Buying a house is a matter of finding a place to live that you love, that you want to stay in forever. Do not call it an investment. It's a bad investment. Do you know why it's a bad investment?
No.
Do you know how much it costs to own a house? Beyond the cost of buying it?
No, sir.
Property taxes. Insurance, maintenance. Think about it.
Okay.
And then depending on where you are, flood insurance, fire insurance.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, can you afford all that?
Probably not right now, no.
Well, then that's my point. You're at a point in your life when you should be saving as much money as you can and not running up any debts.
All right.
But you're not, let me explain. I don't mean this to insult you, Darby. You're 22 and you'll gain experience and knowledge with time. But you're not a real estate investor.
No.
You don't know anything about that.
That's why I called you, Tom. I want to be more like you.
All right. When I was 22, I did not own a house. I bought my first house at age 29.
Okay.
All right? And that's after I'd saved enough money to put a good down payment, and I knew I could afford the house I was living in. And by the way, my first house, the value of the house was less than what I made per year.
Oh, okay.
So I bought a house for $71,000 at the time I was making $90,000 a year.
I don't think I'll ever make that much, Tom.
Well, my point is, you don't know what you're going to do. Maybe you need to aim higher. You know, you're in the military. You get a free education. You should be taking advantage of that and step it up.
All right. I was thinking going career, so that way by the time I'm 40, I've always got that check coming in. No matter what happens, there's always going to be that check.
Yeah, but you know what? If you're really good at doing something, I have a check coming in every 2 weeks, and it's a big one.
That's true.
I mean,
hard work and
do you have no faith in yourself?
I do. Whenever I get a job, I can't stand it.
Well, that's because you're not doing what you love. So you don't have any passion about anything? You don't love doing anything?
I like riding around on the ocean and...
That's not what I'm talking about. You don't love doing anything that might generate revenue for yourself? I love doing my job.
I haven't found it yet, Tom, if it's out there.
It's time, son, it's time to grow up and start thinking about what you want to be when you grow up. And by the way, our military is way underpaid, and that check you're going to have coming in, what's that going to buy by the time you're 40 years old, son? Have you seen what the dollar is worth today versus just a couple of years ago? What do you think it's going to be worth in 20 years?
Probably a little bit Worse?
Not a little bit worse. It's probably going to be a lot worse.
So work on making my own fortune?
Work on having a great career. That means you got to get some education, son.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You're going to have to work a little harder. You sound a little lazy to me.
Yes. Oh, yes, sir.
A little lazy, a little unfocused.
Yes, sir. That's right where I'm at.
Use the focus and discipline they give you in the military and plan on going and applying what you learned to getting an education that our government is going to pay for.
Okay.
Try being something greater.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
You're not going to make money investing in real estate. You don't know anything about that.
Right.
Stop trying to take the lazy way out.
Okay.
All right?
All right. Well,
Darby, I'm just looking out for you.
I appreciate it, too.
All right, very good. Good luck to you.
Tom Leykis.
1-800-5800-TOM. Guy, I'm 22 years old. I want to get into the military as well, but
as well? What else? You haven't told us what you do currently. What do you mean, as well?
Well, as the guy that called Darby.
As well as he is in the military. Okay.
As well as he, but because I got a buddy, he's in Blackwater, and he told me, finish off as Rangers or Special Forces, and I'll get you in Blackwater, which they start pay that he told me around $1,500 a day. So
$1,500 a day for how many days?
So 6 month contracts. But I actually need your advice. I need help. Okay, I'm 22. My girl, she's pregnant. She's
Why did you let that happen?
It just happened.
No. You know when it was planned? When you entered her without a condom.
Well, that's my problem. I just never used one.
Yeah. Do you think that was a good idea?
Well, no, it wasn't a good idea. I'm not, financially, I'm not ready for a baby.
So why did you do that?
It just happened. I mean...
No, you made it happen. Take responsibility for what you did.
Well, I did take responsibility.
No, I mean take responsibility in that it didn't just happen to you like a tidal wave washing over you. You made it happen.
That's true. I did make it happen. And
why? So now that you've taken responsibility, tell me why you did it. Is it because you thought you would never amount to anything? Is it because your life is going nowhere?
No, of course not. I mean, my life is going in the direction that I wanted to go.
Really? Your girlfriend is knocked up. That's the direction you wanted to go in?
Not
financially, you can't afford to have a child, but your girlfriend is about to have one.
Correct.
Yeah, and that's the direction you want your life going?
Not at this point in time.
You just said your life is going in the direction in which you wanted to go. You said that.
Yeah.
But it's not.
The direction that I wanted to go.
In what way?
I wanted to go in that direction.
But it's not in that. It's not going in that direction. It's going in the wrong direction.
True.
I mean, if you're going to call me for advice, son, you better be prepared for an honest appraisal of what you've accomplished so far. And you know what you've done? You've effed up. That's what you've done.
Well, I did, but now I want your advice. I mean, what should I do? What I need to do? I mean, I would want your point of view in it.
Well, how long have you been a listener to this show?
Going about 2 years now.
So 2 years ago, you knew what my opinion was of knocking up your girlfriend. In fact, 2 years ago, you knew my opinion of someone 20 years old having a girlfriend.
Yeah.
But you ignored my advice, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I'm just...
How's that working out for you?
Well, not too good.
Right.
It's going, but...
So now that you've effed up your life, now you want to take my advice. After ignoring my advice in the past, right?
Correct.
What makes you think I know any more than I knew 2 years ago?
I don't know. I need to talk to you. I know you helped the other guy too, and I just want...
Well, I tried to help you. I said you shouldn't be having a girlfriend. You shouldn't be knocking women up. You should use a condom 100% of the time. You heard me say all of that. You didn't take any of my advice.
That's true.
So what am I supposed to do for you now? Tell you how to fix your bad brake job?
I don't know, dude. I just thought you'd help me out.
How am I supposed to help you? You keep effing up your own life. You keep ignoring my advice and effing up your own life. How am I supposed to help you?
I don't know.
Now, what brilliant ideas do you have for the future? Having a baby you can't afford with a girlfriend you shouldn't have. All right, now what? Your life is going in the direction you want, you just told me.
Yeah, which is my life, which is going in the military, and then after that, going into Blackwater.
Well, there's no guarantee you're going to get a job with Blackwater. There's no guarantee of that.
There is. I got a buddy that he's been in Blackwater for over a year.
So he guaranteed you employment with Blackwater.
Correct. After I'm done with Rangers or Special Forces.
And you think that's easy?
I know it's not easy, but I'm more than capable.
So far, you've been nothing but a slug. What have you accomplished? What do you do for a living?
A bartender and a personal trainer.
Great, meaning nothing. And you went to which university?
I didn't go to any.
Bonham Young University? Yes. So you didn't go to any university. So you've just been like, bartending and working out in the gym and boning your girlfriend without a condom. And now suddenly you're going to become Special Forces in the military?
I'm not saying suddenly. I got to work up to it, but I know I'm more than capable for it.
Well, if you're more than capable, why have you never accomplished anything in the past?
Well, I've accomplished a lot in the past.
Yeah, like what?
Dude, I mean, at 15 years old, I forged my way into a company, which I won't say the name of, but I was giving presentations at 4-star hotels for that company at age 15.
Great. Why didn't you go to college, Mr. Accomplishment?
No, I did go to college, but I went to college for the wrong reason.
Yeah, which college was that?
I was community college.
Yeah, right, which is the 13th grade, as we all know.
Mm.
The place for other unmotivated people like yourself. Right?
No, I'm just didn't find what I was looking for at the time.
Which was what?
I thought I wanted to be a paramedic, but, I mean, I dropped out of it because it wasn't for me. So I wouldn't waste my time and just...
And even now, your only motivation in life is trying to make enough money to pay for your bastard child.
Not necessarily.
Oh, so your whole goal in life has been to work for Blackwater?
Not my goal, it's the money.
I just said that.
Exactly, that's for the money.
So your only motivation is money. You have no motivation. You have no passion about doing it. You have no passion about doing anything.
Well, of course.
Except knocking up your girlfriend.
I want to do it because I know I'm going to enjoy doing it, which is going to make me happy.
You don't know you're going to enjoy doing it.
The fact that I'm going to get all that money.
Yeah, and all you have to do is successfully complete a stint with Special Forces, something very few people in the military successfully do.
Yeah, and I got buddies that are in Special Forces, and every time I trained with them or worked out with them or whatever.
You never trained with Special Forces. You're not even in the military.
I'm talking about the working out.
Oh, you went to the schoolyard and did some jumping jacks with them? Come on.
Oh, my God.
You worked out with them.
I don't know.
You didn't work out with Special Forces. You know what? You're a BS artist. You just keep shoveling it at me.
I'm not shoving anything at you.
You have never been with Special Forces, never done anything with Special Forces, never trained with Special Forces. You don't know anything about Special Forces, and you're talking about going into Special Forces like you're going to the Columbia School of Broadcasting or something. You know, like it's just something you're going to go in and ace it and then go work for Blackwater. Yeah. That's like me saying, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Harvard Medical School. Then I'm going to become a brain surgeon. Nah, I'm just going to operate on people's heads. It's going to be great. I'm going to get a lot of money. I'm going to be a surgeon.
All right, tell me this. Did you ever tell yourself, I want to work for radio?
Did I ever tell myself I want to work for radio?
Correct.
Well, yes, when I was about 12. Yes, I did.
Okay. Same with me. I'm telling myself, I want to do that.
So when you were 12, you said, I want to work for Blackwater. You said, when you were 12, you said, I want to work for Blackwater. And so you prepared for it. You graduated high school. You went to a couple months community college. You started bartending and doing some personal training. You started knocking up your girlfriend. And you were working your way up to Special Forces, right?
I'm taking my body physically.
Oh, yes, yes. Bartending and with personal training.
That's what I got to do right now to make money. There's a lot of people out there had to work whatever jobs they had to do. Regardless of what they did, they're doing something with society. Regardless of whatever job it is, they're making money as well as I am.
How much money do you make?
Huh?
How much do you make?
I make enough. I'm not worried about paying bills or whatnot.
How much do you make?
Let's see, an average of a week just doing personal trainer, which I charge about $600 per customer a month, and I have about 4 customers.
Hey, watch your mouth. We're on the air.
I'm sorry. I make a lot of, not a lot of money, but I make more than enough.
How much?
$5,000 a month.
$5,000 a month.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you make $60,000 a year?
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. So you got 4 clients, and they pay $600 a month.
Yeah.
Every other month.
Mm-hmm. And that's just outside clients. That's not including the gym where I work out. I have the clients there.
Yeah, well, what do they pay?
Well, I can't say what they pay.
Well, we don't know which gym it is.
Well, I can't say. I'm not going to say the name of the gym on air.
I'm not asking the name of the gym. I said, how much do they pay?
Well, I can't. Every client.
I'm getting a headache, for Christ's sake.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Let's say hello here to Lee on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Lee. How's it going, Tom?
It's going okay, Lee.
It is such an honor to speak to you, sir. I've been listening to you for 2 or 3 years now. I am a fellow atheist like you, and I look up to you very highly, and I need your help and advice. I'm in a bad situation.
What happened?
Well, World War III. I'm 28 years old. I'm a security guard. I work 2 security guard jobs. And the only reason I do that because I hear you talking about income level and all that, and I felt kind of bad making so little money, but I'm still only making about $30,000 a year, which is below the average American. I think they make $40,000. And on top of that, I have nothing going for me. I'm married to a legal woman. I think she's using me to get her license.
What country is she? What country is she from?
She's from Jamaica.
So you married a girl from Jamaica, and how old is she?
She's 38.
How old are you?
28.
Why'd you do that?
I don't know. I just liked her accent and everything, and we got together. We just got married. I didn't really think.
You just bang her. You know what you do? You bang her until she gets deported, and then you find another illegal alien and start banging her.
That would be the logical way to do it.
I mean, you don't. As I always say, why buy when you can rent?
Yes, sir. But I'm 2 years into it now, and I was going to go ahead and see it through and go ahead and help her with the situation, and then maybe just get out. Then she has a daughter. I have a stepdaughter, and the baby daddy still comes over and sees her, and they go upstairs, and who knows what they're doing while I'm not there. But he owns the house that we live in, and he has a lot of money, and he owns the house that we live in, and he takes care of his daughter and all that. But I know that she's still seeing him because when he's around, she shows no affection toward me whatsoever.
Why do you tolerate that?
Because he owns the house that we live in, and I know she needs.
Then why do you stay married to somebody like that?
Well, I guess it's kind of me trying to help her out a little bit.
Why doesn't the guy who owns the house help her out?
Because he's already married.
Wait a minute. He's already married, so he knocked her up while he was married to somebody else?
Yes.
What kind of person are you with?
Seems like a bitch. But she's
going out there and getting knocked up by a married man. This is who you're in love with?
Yes, but she was knocked up before I met her. She was already had the child when I met her.
But she has the same character that she had when she was doing that.
Yeah, and I'm gone. He's at the house right now while I'm at work talking to you.
Well, you are right to be concerned about this because look at what she did in the past.
Yeah, it's really a no-win situation. I just need to get out. But I'm more concerned about that can't really hurt me because I don't have any kids by her, and I'm not going to have any kids by her. But what I'm more concerned about is my career path and my goal. If I'm 28 years old, is it too late for me to go back to school?
Never. No, it's not too late.
Because I really love computers and things, and doing this right here is not going to do it. I hear you talking about buying houses and making lots of money, $80,000-$90,000 a year, and every time you say the word loser, I see a picture of myself, and I just quiver a little bit. I just see me being that loser, and it makes me want to do more. And you've motivated me more than anybody else or anything, and I just want to stop talking and start doing.
All right, Lee, that's what you need to do. You need to stop talking and start doing, and you need to stop getting involved with women with kids.
Yeah, I divorced. I divorced her soon. Have you ever heard of DeVry University?
DeVry University, yes. It's a trade school.
They say university. Is it a good school, you think?
I'm not an expert on trade schools, but it is a well-known trade school. They advertise a lot. But, if you feel that's the kind of education you want to get some computer tech, what kind of thing, I don't think trade school's a bad place to go, especially at 28 years old. It's not a bad place to go.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. I'll go there next week and try to get some tuition and sign up or something.
All right, but you got to work out that marriage situation. You got to get out of there.
Yeah, before it's too late.
Step one, because I'll tell you what, she will get pregnant. I'm telling you right now, she's already done it. She's a fertility machine.
Yeah, you're right.
She got knocked out by a married man.
I think she's with him because of the money and the daughter. I think she's seen, that kind of thing. He's taking care of her, helping take care of her too.
Hey, but the point is, she shouldn't have been with a married man, much less get pregnant by a married man.
Oh, she don't care.
And that also means that while you're out of the house, I guarantee you they're going at it.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's time to get out. Stop being a victim. Time to go.
I'll take your advice. I'll go ahead and kick her to the curb. Well, I just leave and go ahead and pursue my dreams, and it's not too late.
That's what you have to do, Lee. Look after yourself.
All right, well, I appreciate the advice, Tom.
All right, Lee, good luck to you. At least he wants to do something. That's good. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Jason on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Just started listening to your show a couple of weeks ago. One of my buddies turned me on to you, and I must say I love your show. It's great.
Thank you.
I haven't heard too much of your stance on single moms. Would you like to elaborate on it for me?
Single moms are single moms because they got knocked up by somebody else, some other poor sucker, who has to pay child support to them.
Right.
And you don't want to be the next sucker.
Gotcha.
Single moms also can never make you the priority. They are not available when you want them to be available. The children are the priority, which, children should be the priority. But what does that do for you?
Well, when you're dating more than one person, it's kind of helpful that you're not their priority.
Yeah, but here's the thing. What happens when that condom slips?
Well, I'm clipped, so I took care of that.
All right. Okay.
I had an accident one time. I do have a son of my own. He's 2. I'm divorced. I don't pay child support. I have full custody of him. And so after that, I went ahead and made sure that it was not going to happen again because I didn't want one to begin with. That being said, I'm very, very thankful to have him. He's awesome. But I definitely don't want to.
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about that aspect of it anymore.
Well, most people your age are not clipped, and they have to worry about that. So if you don't care whether you're the priority and you can't impregnate anybody, fine, go for it. By the way, do they know that you are clipped?
No. keep that a secret so I can spot the money grubbers a little easier? When
Absolutely. Wouldn't you love...
I'm late. Oh, something went wrong.
There's nothing better than catching one of those bitches in the heat of the moment.
You're knocked up, are you? Oh, that's terrible. You know what? I've had a vasectomy. And the look on their face is absolutely priceless. I've had it happen once before.
You have had it happen?
Oh, yeah, I've had it happen. It was awesome.
Wow. So what happened when you told her you were clipped?
Oh, it looked like a ghost slapped her or something.
I love that.
It was so great. She called me up and she's like, we need to talk. I'm like a week late, and I think something happened. I'm like, all right, well, let's go get dinner tonight, and we'll sit down and we'll figure it out, and we'll check everything out. And I sat there and I let her go off on her whole little spiel, I didn't really want it to happen, but if it's with you, then maybe we can make it work. And I'm just sitting there, yeah, I'm trying to have anything happen either, but, I've had a vasectomy, so...
I love that. Did she cop to it? Did she cop to banging some other guy?
Well, she accidentally copped to banging some other guy.
Well, exactly. So, did she tell you who it was?
No, she vacated the premises very quickly.
I'll bet she did. I'll bet she did. Jason, thank you for the call. Kevin on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Hey, I wanted to really thank you for some of your financial advice lately.
Oh, cool.
I had done the secured visa you talked about a year ago when I was finishing college.
Yeah.
And I was checking my credit score recently. It's actually near 740 right now.
Look at that. Dean J. D'Amelio in the other room is up in that stratosphere now.
It's great. It's like I'm 23. I just finished school a little while ago. I've had my job for a year, and I'm set now.
Very, very good.
So I just want to thank you for your advice. It really did work.
Congratulations on that, Kevin.
Thank you, Tom.
Appreciate the call. But remember, the J is for Giuseppe. Dean told us himself. Walter on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Tom?
Not much, Walter.
Oh, man, you talking a little sport talk there, and I love it. So I think you're going to get pretty excited when I tell you I fell in love with hockey.
Really?
Yes, really.
And you live in San Diego?
Yes, sir.
They don't have a team anymore, do they?
No, I don't have no particular team. I'm not really a hockey fan. I don't know the game. All I know is white guys beating each other's butt on the ice, which is fantastic. I love it. But I think it was game 5 or 6 when they went into triple overtime.
Holy cow, you are a fan. Look at you.
The Tom Leykis Show.